When you're paying for storage, you naturally hope your files stay private, right? So why do you still consider Google Drive to be the best cloud storage option when it's a fact that Google can scan your files at any time for its own benefit? Yeah, not ideal. But don't worry, that's why I'm doing this Proton Drive review. Proton has a reputation for being a privacy-first provider, so I'll be checking to see if those claims are actually true. And if so, to find out what measures Proton takes to secure your data. Let's get into it. First up, one of the biggest advantages of Proton is that it's based in Switzerland, which means that it has to follow Swiss privacy laws, some of the strictest in the world. And even as there's talk about loosening those laws, Proton has already started moving parts of its infrastructure into even stricter legal environments. That shows they really care about privacy. Now that you've seen how seriously Proton Drive treats privacy, scan this QR code and explore what else they have to offer. You'll find my discount deal automatically applied. I think it's clear that Proton's values are rooted in the company's founders being former CERN scientists, not businessmen. They started as a crowd-funded project that focused on robust encryption, purpose-built to ensure the privacy of users' data. These days, that crowdfunding has graduated to user funding via subscriptions, which allows Proton Drive to be a secure cloud storage solution without ads that doesn't sell your data, even on the free versions of apps. Like all the best cloud storage providers, Proton Drive is an open source software. This means their software's code is public, so independent experts can inspect it and verify that there are no hidden trackers, backdoors, or data leaks. And if they happen to find something, they can suggest improvements. I checked and can confirm that Proton has been audited by independent experts, the same experts who also review banks and other high-risk systems. One review covered the system's overall security over time. Others focused on specific products like Proton Drive, but none found any critical issues. Comparing the business models of Proton Drive versus Google Drive, it's clear that Proton is special because it has a higher mission than just adding millions to shareholder profits. So if you want to enjoy real privacy, click the link below and explore the best deals. Look, a provider can claim to have the best intentions when it comes to making your data secure, but actions speak louder than words. So let's see if Proton Drive is a properly encrypted cloud storage provider. Although Google Drive and Proton Drive both claim to have end-to-end encryption, only one of these actually implements a true version of it. And that's definitely not Google. What do I mean by that? Well, in simple terms, end-to-end encryption means that your files are encrypted on your device before they're sent to the servers, and then they can only be decrypted by the intended recipient. And that's exactly how Proton works. Meanwhile, Google Drive only encrypts your files after they leave your device, and Google also retains all the encryption keys. And that means that Google could access your data at any time if they wanted to. As for Proton Drive, if it wanted to access your data, it couldn't, since the company doesn't hold the encryption and decryption keys by design. And this setup is known as a zero-knowledge architecture. Plus, to further enhance the security of your data's keys, Proton Drive also uses modern elliptic curve cryptography, which is widely considered the gold standard for encryption. So obviously, if Proton Drive can't access the content of your files, you can't repurpose your content for AI or use it to sell ads or for product improvement purposes. And because Proton doesn't make money by selling or mining your data, there's no incentive for the company to collect more than the minimum amount of your data that's necessary to run the application's processes smoothly. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's a world in which Google Drive becomes more user privacy oriented. But the good thing is that there are great secure alternatives like Proton Drive. Click the link in the description to try it out. You'll find my deal already applied. But don't worry, this Proton Drive review isn't over yet. We still have a lot more to cover. Now that we know that Proton Drive is a trustworthy, secure service, let's take a closer look at Proton Drive features. For me, it's very important that a cloud is capable of storing files of various sizes and formats. Of course, the amount of storage is essential too, but that all depends on the plan you choose, and I'll get into the options later. But back to Proton's capabilities. There are no limits on file sizes, whether you upload a 300 kilobyte text file or a 200 gigabyte compressed archive. However, I recommend uploading larger files through a desktop application rather than a web browser. Proton Drive offers various ways to share your files, but proton-to-proton encrypted sharing is the most secure option. However, keep in mind that that method only is available for use between two Proton users. That said, I prefer a different method called password-protected links because of the level of control I have. With this method, I can set expiration dates, view and edit permissions, or even revoke access at any time, and also see access logs. Another Proton Drive perk is that it allows you to restore file versions up to 10 years old on paid plans, or up to 7 days on the free plan. And another standout feature is Proton Sheets. It's basically a privacy-friendly alternative to Google Sheets or Excel. Google aside, most cloud services only protect your stored files, but Proton takes privacy a step further by encrypting your workflow too. If that sounds like something you'd want to use in your day-to-day life, the link below will take you straight to the best Proton Drive deals. So security and features are great, but day-to-day Proton still has to feel easy to use, right? I tested it out for a few busy months and found the interface to be clean and genuinely intuitive. You can drag and drop files, organize and rename them, and share your files. It's very similar to Google Drive, only with stronger privacy. Nothing feels confusing. For example, when I uploaded a whole folder of project files, Proton preserved the structure, something some encrypted drives still struggle with. Proton Drive works on most major platforms and browsers for backup, syncing, and quick access on the go. And when I tested switching between my phone and laptop, the sync was super fast, catching up in seconds. Now, speaking of speeds, Proton Drive's performance is solid. Uploads and downloads feel normal for an encrypted service. You'll only experience slower speeds with very large multi-gigabyte files, but that likely won't be a deal breaker for most regular users. Where Proton Drive really shines is if you're already using Proton Mail, Proton VPN, or Proton Pass. All of your Proton products will live under one account in the simple app switcher. Instead of juggling 5 different tools from 5 different companies, you get encrypted mail, a VPN, a password manager, and cloud storage that all play together nicely. For example, sharing a file via encrypted email takes literally 2 clicks because everything's in the same ecosystem. But obviously, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I also noticed a couple cons that bothered me. First, the collaboration tools still aren't as advanced or polished as Google's. Yes, the tools are fine for most personal tasks or if you're on a small team, but if your whole company lives in Google Workspace, Proton will not fully replace or upgrade the convenience that you currently have. Second, there's no deep integration with third-party apps. For example, there's no open in docs and no direct hooks into a million other SaaS tools. That's, of course, actually great for privacy, but if you're used to that hyper-connected Google ecosystem, the experience with Proton Drive might feel a bit more manual. And of course, any complete Proton Cloud Storage review has got to cover pricing plans. There are 4 plans for individuals, including the free plan. However, the free plan has limited features and doesn't have enough space, so obviously you wouldn't get to take advantage of everything Proton Drive has to offer fully. That's why I recommend going with the Plus plan like I did. It's not the most expensive plan, but it still provides a good amount of storage, 200 gigabytes, file versioning, and it includes all the basic Proton services too, like Mail, the VPN, and Proton Pass. Now, if we compare a Google One subscription with that Proton Drive plan, there is a price difference. However, don't be fooled, you get way more with Proton. You get roughly double the storage and true privacy with zero-knowledge encryption instead of having to feed everything into Google's AI and advertisement machine. If you want to get the same deal that I just showed you, click the link in the description. It's easy to see why so many people are devoted to Proton Drive. It feels like a service purpose-built for users who see their security as non-negotiable. If that sounds like you should definitely give it a try. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.